Moon Country is my first novel, but I've been writing for 30 years. And so the story of Moon Country, the character, Tommy Hunter, who's the centre of Moon Country, he came about like everything else comes about, as potential fuel for a play, or for a film. And this actually made some progress as a film script before it turned into a novel. But what it's really started it was an image from the TV of seeing a guy on the roof of Barlinnie jail in a jail protest, sitting there quite very calmly beside a hand-painted, it must have been a bed sheet, but the sheet was painted with the words, "We are all hostages." And this is about 1991, 92. I can't remember exactly when that protest at Barlinnie was. So the story goes back an awfully long way. And in a way, it was kind of just imagining meeting that guy. Being, I suppose, I'm a professional writer. I write plays. It's a terribly civilized thing to do. And here's someone who's terribly uncivilized, if you like. But those words, "we are all hostages," really resonated with me in terms of what else was going on at the time, which was the tail end of Thatcherism, the first Gulf War, blah, 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 all kinds of other things going on. And so the idea of taking a character who's as distant from me as that, but using them to think about everything, is basically where it kind of came from. But when it was a screenplay, obviously it was much more. Everything was much pacier. I mean, a screenplay is about 14,000 words, and a novel is 80,000 words. It's a different. It's even in terms of arithmetic, it's a completely different art form. So I started just playing with it. Really, I mean, it was just something I did for my own amusement, and for years, God, I think I started writing it as a novel in about 2004, thereabouts. And so the first chapter, I think the first chapter, or a version of the first chapter, that sat around for a year or two. And then in between times, while I was doing other things, while I was like every other first-time writer, it's a really strange thing. I'm a full-time writer, but I was writing a novel in my spare time, which sounds a bit weird, I know, but that's basically what happened. And it was really only in the last year when I'd got 2/3 of it done. And it had sat there for 4 or 5 years, and at the end of chapter 9, and I knew what the ending was. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't, I didn't have the time or the energy or the enthusiasm. And again, the publisher came along, Alan Cameron came along, and Vagabond Voices. And I just on the off just sent it to him, and he just went nuts. And it's amazing how another person's enthusiasm can rekindle yours. Then I got a little chunk of money from Creative Scotland, and I managed to dedicate a period of time to actually finishing the thing. And so now it's done, and it's coming out, and I'm just like being a schoolboy. I mean, it's really strange. I've been, as I say, my first professional work as a writer was in 1984. But it feels like starting again. It feels like it's completely new because, it's a book. Look, it's a book. It's not a play. It's a proper book, and it's got a really nice cover and everything, and it's great. It's really exciting.
Thank you.